Before I even introduce this game to you, I'm going to be completely transparent. This is being played through Boom on DOS. It is not being played through the new Doom port that Bethesda put out more recently. That's actually really good. This is Jimmy Paddock's Deathless. And yes, Boom's music emulation is weird. Because they couldn't use the original music code because that's copyrighted. So id couldn't make that open source, but whatever. Or the original sound code, I guess, would be the proper way of putting that. But it doesn't matter. That new Doom port is great in like pretty much every way. Except for one, and I know they couldn't have possibly expected this to be the case. But for someone who's still using 4.3 in 2020, 2021 actually, for someone who's still using 4:3 resolution, it just doesn't really work. This is a problem a lot of games have, actually. Because no one expects that anyone would still be using 4.3 nowadays, but I do, because it's better than 16:9. Fight me on it. Now, I am playing this kind of blind. It's not fully blind, because I've played some of it before, but not all of it. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think that a lot of modern Doom wads are very good. Specifically because of what we're seeing now with, you know, putting shotgunners everywhere, and in the case of Doom 2, putting revenants everywhere. No one actually likes that. It's not good design. And all the levels are glorified mazes, and it's just not fun. But Jimmy Paddock's Deathless here, it is modern, for one thing. And for a second thing, from everything I've seen, it's doing it right. It's doing the Doom design right and not wrong, which a lot of other modern wads struggle with. A lot of highly regarded authors struggle with. They struggle with making it intuitive, and well, all that shit, basically. They struggle with making it intuitive. They struggle with using enemies properly, or specific enemy types properly, I should say. But this is doing it right. I don't have to have like 30 years of background knowledge to know what's going on. And it also wasn't made 30 years ago, so it doesn't have the problems of levels from 1994. And I guess late 93 as well, but there were barely any of those. Do I have... I don't think I have Berserk in this level, actually. I think it was the previous one. So yeah, this is the point that I'm trying to make. If you can't make your level design intuitive enough for someone who's just played the original Doom through several times and Doom 2 once, then you're doing it wrong. Yes, I know there are people who want the kinds of Doom content made now. Like the stuff that Ribix makes and all that, and that's cool, good for you. Seriously, good for you. I'm glad you found something that you like, and it's enjoyable for you, but you see, there's this thing called oversaturation. And that means when there's too much of a single thing, it's not good when there's too much of a single thing. Also, keep in mind there are nutcases like me who will use the latest version of Boom from like 1999 or 2000. So please, label what source port it's for properly. Right, now there's something I can do with this, but I don't remember what exactly. This is one of the great things about Deathless. If I stop and think about it and look around a little more carefully, I'll figure it out. Now, how is that? Oh, look at that. All I had to do was look around more carefully, and then I knew what to do. Also, I know that not everyone's gonna be in the know about the Doom community, but you know, that's why I'm gonna explain what I mean. When I said, please label what source port your WAD is for properly, it's because of the term Boom compatible, which, contrary to what you may think that means, does not necessarily mean that it is compatible with Boom. And yes, I know, I'm a fucking nutcase for even using Boom these days when there are so many other better ways to do it. But come on, let me be a nutcase in peace and make it easy on me to figure it out. The features and limitations of Each source port are only a Doom wiki search away. Shit. Whew. Well, that's riled up all of the pro-Doomer viewers that I don't have. Because, you know, after they saw, like, after the Doom 1 playthrough, they would have left already. Because I am not a pro. Now, like I said, I haven't actually beaten I haven't beaten Deathless before. But just from what I have played, I consider it the original Doom of the modern age. Like, as in, this is the closest to the original Doom that anything has ever come since. Yes, even closer than Doom 2. It'll make sense when you actually play Doom 2, okay? And I like Doom 2 fine. I really do, but I don't like the Icon of Sin, and that's the main that is the main reason that I haven't LP'd it. I've tried. Oh wow! See, this is a neat mapping trick that I haven't seen used in years. Wow. I mean, like, this kind of trick was seen as cutting-edge cool in 1996 or 95. And basically, how I think it works is there's a completely blank texture, like completely transparent, that's applied to this wall, and then you can see through it, but you know, the wall is still there. And that was like cutting edge cool. Back in the 90s. Of course now it isn't, because it's been around for 30 years, but you know, you never see that trick used anymore. And oh, the light amplification visor, or light amplification goggles. How I forgot how fucking ugly you make everything look. Unlike the torch in Heretic and Hexen, it's just no variation at all. And I mean, even the torch, it was like full bright, but you know, at least it kind of flickered like a flame, right? This is just no lighting variation, maximum light. Come on. There we go. This has been quite fun. I quite enjoyed this. I do not enjoy this. Mainly because I don't like not being able to see. It's not a Deathless problem, it's a Doom problem. The oscillating lights get too dark for too long, and you can't see what you're doing. That's a Doom problem. Okay. Platforming. Isn't this fun? Oh, I didn't mean to hit control. There we go. I accidentally had caps run on this whole time. But I turned it off now, and that's why I need to click off the window so I could turn off caps lock without Boom registering that I had pressed caps lock again. Wow, that's neat. Oh. I mean, there's a switch, and I'm supposed to press it, right? What did that do? Well, it's permanently pressed, so whatever it did... Oh. So yes, I do sincerely recommend that you check this WOD out if you haven't already. Because this is like the true Doom sequel. Like I said, it won't work in the original DOS executable though, so you will have to do something else with that. Like, you will have to play it through something else, like Crispy Doom, or you could get the brand new id Software Bethesda port. You will need a Bethesda fucking .NET account to play this through that because of how add-ons work, but even if you don't want to do that, just buying the just buying a copy of Doom of that excuse me, buying that version of Doom on Steam, the new port, buying that version on Steam, you will get the original Doom iWAD still, obviously, because it runs on that, which means that you will be able to download Deathless separately and enjoy it in a source port of your choice. Hello. I can't make this clear enough. You have to try this one. Can't find my way out of here though, which is bad, I think. Yeah, it's confirmed bad. What a dolt I am. It's right there. It's been staring me quite literally in the face the entire time. There's a switch somewhere in there that I have to push. And because I ran out of radiation suit... Oh, how stupid am I? That was probably even there and I just missed it. If it wasn't there, oh fucking well. It's still really dumb. Then we come here. How was that? Awesome, I know. Although with that, I'm gonna call it quits. I will see you next time for more Deathless. by Jimmy Paddock.